welcome. Let's just jump in here to a quote by DeVon Franklin. He wrote in his book, The Truth About Men, and this is what it says: the health and well-being of our society is directly linked to how we date. If we date better, then we marry better. If we marry better, then we parent better. If we parent better, then we family better. And a healthy family is the foundation of a healthy society. You can look around and you can obviously, I'm sure, see that we don't have many healthy families, and because our society is very unhealthy. And so here, dating better means not chasing sex. It means being intentional. It doesn't make the other person bad. It just means that they're not for you if you don't pursue that relationship. A relationship needs to consist of two healthy and whole people. Each person brings their own junk to the relationship, and so it's important to be healthy and whole. And so marrying better just means you are aligned. If you are focused on looks, job, and sex, these things won't hold the marriage together. And too often, as you know, we're just the Hollywood delusionment, or whatever you want to call it, that those are the things we need to look for. And as long as they have those things, it'll make a relationship last. But that's not true. As Denzel Washington says, her looks don't raise your kids, her mindset does. And so that's why it's important to align on values, because that's what the relationship is based on. Their values raise your children and speak to you daily, not their looks or the money they make. And, that's just so important because, as men, the woman you marry, she will raise your, her values will raise your children. And for women, the man that you marry, his values will raise your children, and those values will speak to you and your children every day. Whether they are kind or mean, or if they build up or put down, those things will be around that every day. And as I talked about recently, where you're dating their morals and their growth. You're dating who they are, not just their looks. So it's important that your values align so that you will be pulling in the same direction. As Chip Gaines talks about in his book, Capital Gains, a couple can either pull against each other or pull in the same direction. When they pull in the same direction, they are tough to beat. You can fight for each other and with each other, or you can fight against each other. And that's so many times, it seems like, where marriages break down, is instead of fighting the problem together, they start fighting against each other. He goes on to say, it's the couple against the world. Taking on the world as a unified, fortified duo is not just a romantic notion, it's a powder keg. Together, you can set the world on fire. I hope this just brought you some encouragement, and just that that you can have the marriage you want. It's not too late. You can have a healthy and whole marriage. You can have a marriage that everybody looks towards, that they looks to as an example. So fight together, pull together, and set the world on fire.
Thanks for watching and listening. It would mean so much to me if you hit the like or subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Rumble, YouTube, or like the Facebook page.